Hello, here's some travel news for you, and it's a story that I saw this morning regarding travellers to Greece. It's a three-part story, which I'll try and explain, but the news is that Whizz Air passengers heading to Greece have lost lots of money by being kicked off the flight. And the reason for that is that they have filled in a form, an online form, like a health declaration form, incorrectly. However, the form that they filled in has not been incorrectly filled in at all. So this is obviously in The Independent, part one of the story, and the mistake that people made was not including the middle initial on the online form. Harry Young and his partner spent over £600 on alternative travel after being turned away from their flight to Athens. Whizz Air had warned passengers that if they failed to add a middle initial on the PLF passenger locator form, that they will be denied boarding. Greece is a requirement of Greece when they opened up their borders. Prospective visitors must complete the form, and then they are sent a confirmation email with a QR code in it that they have to present. But obviously many passengers checking in have been turned away because of interpretations. Being turned away because you haven't filled in your initial. My immediate thought was, if you haven't got one, what do you do then? Luckily I have a middle initial, and I generally do put my whole AP right. I do put my name in full. If we then look at continue the story, we find out that Whizz Air offloaded 28 passengers, that's about 1 in 6, from Luton to Athens because of the airline says was a failure to comply. It's futile to comply, isn't it? I think that was at the Borg. Harry Young ended up spending another £600 to get to Greece by going through a different airline and different airport as well. He told the Independent that he had filled out the forms correctly and for the correct date a few days before. It did say that the middle initial was optional, and there is a graphic of that on the article, but we were stopped due to not having a middle initial, and we were sent to a supervisor who was not very helpful at all. Staff were insistent that we were in the wrong, and they would not listen to any of the passengers, even after they showed them on the phone the form that they have to fill in. Now, Mr. Young and his partner spent £100 on a taxi, which that seemed a lot of money to go from Luton to Heathrow, although you don't know what time of day it was going down the M25, but it's not that far. And over £500 on flights with BA. Now, a spokesman for Whizz Air said that they confirmed that 28 passengers were offloaded as a result of having the PLF form incorrectly filled in. And it's obviously a necessary requirement for entering Greece, apparently. And then we look at, what's happened here? Because there's a part 2, and this was in the Mirror. So Whizz Air apologises after stopping holidaymakers from flying to Greece. They were kicked off the flight. Now they've obviously apologised, and they are saying that they will refund people who then had to pay more money out because, for example, the Harry Young, who allegedly spent out £600 to get there with another airline. And you can see that this is the form that they had to fill in, the PLF. Last name, first name, middle initial, optional. Haha, yes, right, okay. It's optional. It says optional, as I explained 100 times. Why did you count them? To the route staff at Luton Airport, where what do you expect? Have you not watched the programme about Ryanair? My God, they're so rude. Refused boarding with Whizz Air this morning as a passenger because it's a warning for others. Finally, we have this story because there is another part to it, which you'll probably by now be going, oh my God, get on with it. But yes, part 3. This story in the Sun is a warning for Brits as the people are banned from boarding because of the confusing forms. Greece requires all travellers to fill in a PLF at least 24 hours before. They are then sent a QR code to be shown on arrival, otherwise there's a €500 fine. Many people are claiming that they didn't receive the QR code, or it wasn't made clear who needed to fill in the document. Now, this story in the Sun is not the same story. What it is about EasyJet. Yeah, I know, the other airline I really hate. This is more about the number of forms. So it says that the UK Foreign Office say that there should be one form per family, as long as all of the names are on the document. EasyJet passenger claimed that the forms did not let her fill in more than 2 people, despite travelling with her family. Now, she told The Guardian that I pointed out that small children would obviously be with their parents, but they were forced to pay $1,000 for new flights and hotels after they weren't allowed on the EasyJet flight. One other woman said that she went through the same situation. 5 of us were not able to travel to Greece. It's not logical. No help, no refund, nothing. The whole thing about the QR code not being received, I can believe that. Obviously with their kicking people off because of a technical difficulty. The whole thing that Greek embassy are doing in London is blaming the airlines for not interpreting the rules correctly. Yeah, right. Pass the buck. Sounds about right. So there we go. That's the story. Today, travel news. If you're going to Greece, make sure you complete the form correctly and you have your QR code. Or better still, don't go to Greece. I'm joking, of course. It's a good place to go. That's it for today. Have a good day and bye for now.